think you are doing fine and working out your studies. Is it, children? So by now I will start with the sociology first lesson from your part 2. Part 2 sociology first lesson, that is social change. Understood, children? Social change. Okay, you know change. Change, it is the law of nature. Nature itself has given you the law. Changes as the day evolution came. That is, so the changes that took place over a period of time. The changes are occurring day by day. Changes is occurring day by day, generation to generation. Is it? It cannot be static. It has to be dynamic. Changes is not static. It is dynamic. It is changing. Okay. So have resulted in the evolution of human society, in the process of changes, gradual process in the changes. That is only evolution of human society. As the changes occur day by day, social changes, it is depending on the major changes that have happened. Major changes that have happened in the human behavior. Human behavior. How in the beginning, how he was. In the beginning he was a nomad. He was a hunter. And he used to cover his body with the leaves, and he used to live in the caves. As days changed, changes also occurred. Even in moral and cultural also, cultural values and social rules and regulations. Okay, as the rules and regulation was at the previous is not to be seen now because of the social changes. Okay, the word itself will identify you. Social changes, it involves alteration of the social order. Okay, social society, how it is changing socially. Okay, so I told you changes, it may occur due to two main reasons. The first reason, it is the natural, that is natural reason. Sometimes natural reasons means I will tell about the earthquake. It is a natural resource, natural disaster. Okay, natural calamities like floods, droughts, and these all are bringing inevitable changes. These are all the things which are bringing about inevitable changes in human behavior. Okay, these changes that human beings to alter their behavior. This one is the how to change the behavior. Okay, next it is the behavior to get adjusted. They have to adjust to the thing which is happened in nature or which is man-made. Okay, so now the second is we can notice the change that have occurred due to global warming. What is global warming? Global warming is nothing but that is heating of Earth's climatic system. Heating. Okay, like you have that is the rising of sea level. Rising of sea level. So these are all the effect of global warming. So to that, how the man should adjust to himself. He should know how to adjust to these circumstances. Okay, that is the first reason. First reason, it is the natural reason. Second one, it is that takes place due to the human invention, human discoveries, human thinkings. How man will think of himself, new thinking. Each and every day his thinking is different. His opinion is different. The invention is different. What all the discoveries he is doing, that is all different. Okay, this is the second reason. So due to human invention and thinking which are the result of dynamic nature. What is dynamic? It is the changes occurring often. It is not not static. It is different day by day. So the man is discovering new things. Is it, as you all know, when you were in the young time, you don't know what is a mobile, what is cell phone. But now, even after the birth, after 1 or 2 months, if the mobiles are kept in the child's ear, it is quiet. So days are changing because of the new invention of man. Okay, so now like example, slavery. Slavery means freedom from slavery. Those days we were slaves under the hands of the British people. Later on we got freedom. That is only freedom. Freedom from slavery. We were slave once upon a time, but now we are independent. Understood? Next it is bonded labor. Bonded labor means what? Under somebody's control, we are bonded labor. We have to work till our death. From forefathers, generation to generation, they were bonded labor. They cannot move from there. They have to be under that particular thing. So that is bonded labor. It is a result of many movements. Bonded labor led to many movements. Okay, so now later many legal provisions like the Dalit rights, women's right. These are all the changes. Women were not having freedom those days. The SC/ST, the Dalit people, they suffered a lot. As I explained to you in the social evil that prevailed in the society. Okay children, so later on due to the changes, there were enormous changes, due to that only there were so many movements taken place. Freedom movement, the movements which we were striving to get our freedom, different types of movement. Okay, so that is all happening because of the changes. Understood? So these changes are called social changes. Okay? So now social changes can be defined as transformation. Transformation means what? Changing. That takes place in the lifestyle of common people itself. Common people itself have their style. The lifestyle is been changing, has been changed. Common people, in the beginning how they were and now how they are. Comparingly you will know, oh he has got lot of changes, you will think. Is it children? You all know changes. Okay, so now characteristics of social change. There are certain characteristics of social changes. That is, social change is a continuous process. Social change, today it cannot stop. Whatever the invention has been done so far, that cannot be stopped. What are the changes that has occurred till now, that cannot be stopped. It is continuous. As you all, when you children, when you are admitted to the school, when you get the admission, you will come to the kindergarten. You cannot stand there itself. Day by day, yearly, every year you change. Continuous change. You come to standard 1. 2, 3, 4, 5th standard, 6, 7, 8, 9. After that you come to your graduation. That is, the social change is continuous process. Okay? It is a continuous. Day by day it has been changing. Nextly, social change is universal. Universal means throughout the world. It is global. Throughout the world, there is a social change. All the countries will have their own rules and regulation. They will do their activities, their new invention, their process. Everything is universal in all the countries, throughout the world, throughout the universe. That is, it is called as social change is universal. Next, social changes varies in its form and speed. Social changes, all the social changes is not the same. It is different from country to country, or maybe from the state to state, or from humans to human. It varies. Social changes. Okay, different. Various means what? Variation. Same class children you are, but your variation is different. Some may be short and some may be tall. Varies. Social process. Some may grow very at a speed. Some may be very slow. Your learning capacity, maybe in the example of children, your learning capacity will be slow or your learning capacity will be speed. Social changes. Some countries social changes will be speed. In other countries the social process will be very slow. The changes they will do it very slowly. Rapidly they will do the changes. That is why I told you social changes varies in its form and speed. Next it is the chain of social process creates social change. Chain of social process. Which country is united? Where they are unitedly doing their way during their process. So there you tell it is created due to social chain. So these are all the characteristics of social change. Firstly, I told you social change is continuous process. Secondly, social change is universal. Thirdly, social change varies in its forms and speed. Next, the chain of social process creates social change. Okay, so now social change and social process. Okay, social process, it causes social change. Process, the different way they are doing that processing, that only will bring into a change. Understood? The sociologists, that is Park and Burgess, they are explaining social process in 4 types. They are explaining it in 4 types. Usually the following, the 5 types of social process are discussed, one below the other. First it is conflict. Conflict means what? Differences between 2 persons or enmity between 2 persons or competition between 2 persons. Conflict. You are having against each other. Okay, in social changes, conflict it is the most important and effective way of social process. Okay, any clash of ideas that appear in a group or team, it is discussed as the desire, when you want to reach a desired goal. It may be through individual or group or team wise. For example, in kabaddi, both the teams would be trying hard to get their points. In kabaddi, it is the winner who gets the highest point is the winner. Who is below that, they are the loser. So now each team is striving hard to get their points. Okay, the team which employs effective tactics. Tactics means what? Tricks. Some of them will know how to play the game. They have the tactics. Okay, they will win. Okay, so now this is not certain. And secondly, I'll tell you, it is the conflicts will be between the individual and the group also. Maybe because of the social evils. The Dalits were not given equal priority. At that time, movements were started. Due to that, they may take strikes. Strikes will be taken place, or that is also called as movements, social movements. Okay, so here conflict takes place. For example, when the women's right is not given to the women properly, they will start the movement. They will strike for that. They will do all sorts of things, maybe social activities or anti-activities. What are the activities they can do? That is, it is a conflict between 2 groups about the implementation of the right. They are waiting that their rights should be implemented. They should get justice, and so their movement will be continuously, they will do that movement until they succeed. That is the social change. This is the basic issue in social change, that is conflict. Next it is adjustment. Adjustments means what? Suppose one has to go in one car, only 4 will go. Only 4 has to go. So that time it is very important that the full family has to go to that function. The full family has to attend the party. Then what you will do? You will adjust and go. You will make the person to sit on your lap. You will adjust. You will turn your body. You will give the other person a place to sit. That is only adjustment. Simple. Adjustment. Okay, social adjustment is equally important to conflict. It is very, very important. People and groups in every society come to certain decision based on their thoughts. They have to come to the decision. They will have so many thoughts. They will have so many thinkings. But they have to take a proper decision at the right time. Then only, that is only called as adjustment. Adjustment. They have to adjust to their desired things. Okay, so these decisions cause many kinds of clashes. One will decide something, the other will decide something. So there will be so many clashes. There will be conflict. And to overcome this conflict, there should be adjustment. Understood? These clashes are solved through adjustment. You have to adjust. In the beginning I told you about the travel. How we will go. How the family will be accommoded in a car. So you are adjusting to that thing. So just like that, in the society also, if there is no harmony between the adjustment and conflict, what will happen? There will be the chances of increasing group friction. If there is no relationship between conflict and adjustment, then naturally there will be friction. There will be tension. There will be conflict. Only conflict will be there. Only separations will be there. They will stop the change there itself. Okay, so it needs natural adjustment. Adjustment between the groups. This we call as adjustment. Understood, children? I told you, social change. That means gradually changing is occurring day by day. Okay, so now this adjustment may leads to many changes in the family or outside the family, in society, between the social movement and the principles. Okay, so now it is also a way of respecting the other existing, leads to peace and coexistence in the society. Okay children, I have told you there is 5 types of processing are there. One is conflict, the second one is adjustment, third one it is the cooperation, then coexistence, then competition. Okay, now it is about the cooperation. What is that? Cooperation. Cooperation. Cooperation is the way adopted by human beings to fulfill their basic needs. Okay, cooperation. Simple, in your family also, each and everybody have the cooperation. When cooperation is there in the family, then only you can at least satisfy the basic needs like food, shelter and clothing. If there is no cooperation, then that family will seems to be a hell. Hell means what? You will not have peace in the family. So you should have cooperation. Most of the social relationship in the society are based on giving and taking. Giving and taking. You are giving something and in return you are taking something. That is only cooperation. This is called cooperation. There are two types of cooperation. One is direct cooperation. Second one, it is the indirect cooperation. In direct cooperation, this is explained. In school, a small example. In a school, when a child learns, the teacher who is teaching in class is cooperating directly in the learning process. In school, a child is learning through the teacher. The teacher is directly doing changes. Directly, she is doing a learning process. The child is learning from the teacher directly. Okay, now the other members of the school. Suppose the other members who it is, it may be the principal or the clerks or the cook or the cleaning person or the driver. So as I told you, the other members of the school may be like the headmaster, other teachers, midday meal cook, the drivers, the cleaners, the clerk and other people. They are also the member of the school, but they are not directly involved in the teaching of the child, but they are involved in the school process, the school activities. Okay, so they are indirectly cooperating in the learning process. They are helping the child to learn by providing the meals, by doing the school activities, by administrating. Okay, so they are indirectly cooperating to the school process. With the help of this cooperation, that is, the school contributes positively. With the cooperation of all these members, then only the child will learn something. This is also a process of cooperation. Understood? So for the next it is the coexistence. Coexistence, it is the most important element for the existence and development of the human society. Coexistence. It is like our constitution. Like our constitution. What is constitution? It is a written set. Okay, written. Okay, sets and goals. What are the goals? Okay, it is a constitution. It is like our constitution. Coexistence as the secular, socialist and democratic intention. You know what all the intention? Democratic means what? It is for the people, by the people and to the people. And secular means no religion has given a special right or importance. Special importance is not given. So such a way there is a cooperation. Okay, so coexistence. Okay, next it means all should have equal opportunity. Okay, so independent, we have to be social equality, opportunity, equal opportunity should be there for every individual. Okay, independent, social, economical, political and justifiable life. These all should be there. Okay, in order to understand this, we can look at the Article 14 of our Constitution. What does the Article 14 say? It says that in all are equal before law. Article 14 says that all are equal before law. It is related to equality. Okay, with reference to caste. You may be different in your caste, religion, race, gender, region and other aspects, but still you all are said to be the Indian. You are equal in front of the law. That's what the Article 14 says. Okay, so coexistence is need in a country like India to achieve unity in diversity. There are different things, there are differences, lot of differences we are having regarding language, religion, race, custom, tradition, food activities, everything there is different. diversity. But still, we should, to overcome this, unity in diversity should be there. So that is only coexistence. Understood, children? If Indians who have innumerable caste, religion, language and country would achieve coexistence. Though it is different, but still we should achieve coexistence. It becomes an ideal to the world in general. Understood? Next it is competition. You all know what is competition? You are competing with each other. Each other you are when competition is there, simple in economics, when competition is there, whatever the things you are supplying, that you will produce more due to the competition, and the quantity also you may change the quantity or the quality you may change because of competition. Okay, so competition began with the human evolution. In the beginning itself, when human beings evolved, during that time only this process, that is competition, came along with that itself. Okay, while presenting his evolutionary theory, who? Darwin. He gave his evolutionary theory. The evolution of life takes place on the basis of conflict and competition. Conflict and competition. The process is beginning with this structure only. Okay, so as the competition increases, only the fittest beings survive. Competition. When the business will start, if you are getting higher and higher profit, then you will increase your production. When your profit is more, then you will increase whatever production you are doing. If you are facing a loss, then you will not increase your production. You must stop it there itself. So during these days, the competitive age, this is the age of competition. So that time it is the fittest person will survive and the weak will be perished. Weak people will fall. The weak commerce will fall. The weak economic activities will fall. Okay, so the fittest will survive. Okay, so now we all know that there is competition among birds and insects for food also. Simple. They want to gather their food. They will rush and go. They will gather their food. So competition, a natural competition will never have groupism and favorism. Okay, so but these days competition is becoming increasing day by day in human. This leads to conflict in society. This competition which leads conflict in society. Hence we need to formulate. Hence we need to change. The rules of the competition is healthy way. We have to change the rules in a healthy way to bring in prosperity to the country. Competition with rules and without rules affect the society both. With rules and without rules, both will affect the society in both positive and negative thought. Okay, this competition, okay, the globalized economy is pushing people to earn more at the cost of health in the name of competition. So these are all the things which I explained to you now. There is social change. It is the nature of law. It is the nature given by nature's law. In the beginning, how the child was there, then after day by day it became how it changed into adult or into old people. Okay, so these are all the process of changes. So this is the meaning of social change. Understood, children? I think by now you have understood what is the meaning of social change. Okay, I'll be sending you the notes, you copy the notes and finish your work. Okay, children? Thank you.